Guys, good morning. The last video we discussed about the method conclusions and method syntax and method signature, right? Total 4 videos we done, guys. Method introduction and method arguments and first application, and we discussed one assignment in that place, and conclusions we discussed, right? Exactly. And this is like video 5, guys. So the guys who are checking this video, you please try to check the last 4 videos first, then you start this video. Go by flow, guys. Go by flow, right? Good. In this video we will discuss about this keyword, this keyword, guys. Good. When you find this keyword, guys, before going to this keyword, I'll take one example how to pass the inputs in different ways. To pass the inputs in different ways, guys, you can take the class name test class. Can I take one static method, static void add method? So generally, like add method is expecting how many arguments? 2 arguments. Int num1 and int num2, right? Exactly. Guys, this is like static method. Why I am declaring static method means simply we can call that method using class name. Good. Just I am printing the message, the system.out.println of addition of 2 numbers simply like a num1 plus num2, right? Exactly. Num1 plus num2. So I declare one static method, then declare main method, public static void main, public static void main. We can write the string array args, right? Exactly. See, guys, I can call this method by using class name test.add method. Test.add is expecting how many arguments? Guys, test.add is expecting how many arguments? 2 arguments, right? Simply can pass the 10, 20. Yes, are you clear now? Good. Then you can save this code, guys. Control S in local disk key. Then whatever the location you want, just you can save that code. The file is called test.java. I am saving. Guess what the file name here? Test.java. Just open the command prompt, cmd command prompt. Initially the control is there in the local disk C. Can we go for the local disk E, right? Exactly. So Java C, the application is called what? Test.java, right? Then code is compiled fine. Code is compiled fine, code is executed fine. We got the output is 30, right? We got the output is what? 30. See, guys, first case directly I'm passing the values, right? Directly I'm passing the constant values. 10, 20 means what? Constant values, right? So directly passing what? Constant values, right? Guys, directly passing what? Constant values, right? Exactly. The first case directly are passing the constant values, guys. So with you we have some values, directly can pass their values. That is one approach. And another approach is assume like in application you take the some data like x equal 100 and y equal to 200. You have some data, okay, with you some data is there. Maybe the data is coming from some property file, some different resources, different sources, but we have the 2 values like int x equal to 100, y equal to 200, right? Then can please call that method test.add. Even they can call that method by passing the 2 arguments, right? Guys, yes or no? Just you can pass the values, you can pass the pass the inputs by passing that variables, right? Exactly. Guys, this code is valid and invalid. See, guys, here the variable names are not important. Here you can take the x variable or num1 variable, num2 variable. For us variables are important, types are important. Definitely for us types are important, right? That's what here you can take x equal to 100 and y equal to 200, right? Just I'm passing x comma y. Guys, here we are passing the constant values or passing the variables? Passing the variables, right? Passing the variables, guys. Exactly. Can you please save this code? We can do the compilation process. So Java C test.java, code is compiled fine. Java the class is called what? Test class. We got the output is what? 30 and 300. Guys, with you we have the constants, directly can pass the constants. That is one approach. The second approach is what? Directly can pass the like variables also, right? Passing the variables. The third approach, one of your friend is asking about, sir, can please take the input from end user. So take the input from end user, input from what? End user, pass as argument, right? Pass the values. Guys, what is saying like take the input from end user, pass the values. Then tell me, guys, how to take the input from end user? To take the input from end user, where is a scanner class, right? Scanner s equal to new scanner of, scanner s equal to new scanner of, and expecting the argument like system.in. Because to interact with the system resources, guys, we require the class like system class. In represents what? Input, right? Exactly. So I taken some scanner class, guys. Scanner is equal new scanner of system.in, and previous class I said like scanner class belongs to which package? Guys, please respond. Scanner class belongs to which package? Scanner class belongs to util package, right? Let me import the java dot. Let me import the java dot util dot. You can go for the scanner class, right? Exactly. So java dot util dot scanner class, guys. Exactly. Then here, what I have to do here? Scanner is equal new scanner of system.in, right? Then take the input, guys. The system.out.println of system.out.println of what? Simply can write the message enter first number. Enter first number. Enter first number means where he entered the data. He entered the data in the command prompt, right? From the command prompt, you have to get the data. We have to get the data. First number means what? He entered maybe some integer value. Then we have to get that integer value using scanner data. Scanner is pipeline, guys, basically. Scanner data, which value you have to get now? Integer value. Integer value means what? Next int method, right? Scanner dot next int method. The next int method, what it returns, guys? Scanner dot next int method, what it returns? It returns integer value, right? Int, you can take some num1 variable, or simply can take any variable name, guys, no problem. Scanner dot next int, I am reading the first number, I am storing into num1 variable. In the same way, can you please take the second value, the system dot out dot println of. This is like confirmation message, guys. Enter second number. Once if you enter the second number, get that second number also. The second number is scanner dot next int of, because we are reading the integer data, guys. As you know, like to read the integer data, we require the next int method. Float data means what? Next float method. Double data means next double method. Byte data means next byte method. Guys, that point is clear. The scanner dot next int, then you can take the int num2, right? Exactly. Guys, you took the two numbers from end user, then you can pass those numbers to this input, right? Argument of this add method, right? Exactly. Then you can please call the test.add method. Test.add method. Add is expecting how many arguments, guys? Yes, add is expecting how many arguments? 2 arguments. Simply I can pass num1, num2, right? Exactly. Guys, are you clear now? Good. Like that you can pass the data, guys. Test.add of num1, num2. Just you can pass the. You take the input from end user and just you can pass that input as arguments, right? Guys, either directly you can pass the constant values, guys, as the first approach. Otherwise, you have some values with you. Okay, then you can pass that x and y variable, or else you can take the input from end user, pass the values, right? Guys, are you clear now? Guys, every example you try to do practically. When you do the practical, guys, you'll get the more clarity. When you do the practicals, you'll get the more clarity. Guys, feeling important. So in front of the video, don't sit ideal. Just take the pen and paper. You try to, okay, first of all, execute the application. After execution of the application, try to run the application. Like, try to take the application, guys. Guys, are you clear now? Good. You can save this code, guys. After saving, you try to compile this code. Java C test.java. Definitely code is compiled fine. Then Java, the class is called what? Test class, right? Exactly. Now see, guys, first case the output is 30. Second case the output will be 300. And the third case is asking first number, right? Exactly. First number is 100. Enter the second number, 200. Again the output will get 300, right? Guys, are you clear now? You can run this code 30, 300. First number is 1000. Second number is 2000. We got the values like 3000, right? Exactly. So if method is expecting the arguments, we can pass the arguments for how many ways, guys? Total here 3 ways. One is directly you can pass the constant values. Second one is passing the variables. The third one is take the input from end user, pass the values, right? Guys, are you clear now? Good. Every example, guys, you try to run the example and try to note down the example. Guys, are you clear now? Yeah, this is example 1, guys. The example is clear, right? Guys, yes or no, the example is clear or not? Good. And example 2, guys. If you go for example 2, in this video I am discussing one more example, guys. In this example 2, can I take one instance variables, 2 instance variables, int a equal to 10, b equal to 20. I declare 2 instance variables. Guys, this is second example, guys. These 2 are which variables here? Which variables here? instance variables, right? Exactly. Can take the void add method, then add is expecting 2 arguments. Can I pass like integer I comma integer j, right? Exactly, these are called instance variables, guys. And method arguments are which variables now? Guys, method arguments are which variables? Definitely method arguments are local variables, right? Exactly, method arguments are local variables, guys. Good. Inside the method, let me print the addition of local data and addition of instance data. Guys, that point is clear. Addition of local data means what? Can I print the data like the system.outer println of I plus j? Addition of local data. In the same way, you can print the addition of instance data. Then simply you can call a plus b. Guys, yes or no? A plus b, I plus j, right? Exactly. Can you take the main method? The syntax of main method: public static, public static void main. You can write the string array, RJS, right? Exactly. Open brace, close brace. I declare 2 instance variable. I declare an instance method with the 2 arguments. Inside the method, I am printing addition of local data and addition of instance data, right? Exactly. I want to call the add method, guys. Now add is instance or static method? Guys, tell me, is that add method is which method? Add is definitely instance method, right? Then how can we call the instance method? Yes, please respond. How to call the instance method? We call the instance method using object, right? Test t equal to new test. We are creating object. We can call the t dot add. Now add is expecting how many arguments? Guys, add is expecting how many arguments? 2 arguments, right? I can pass 100 comma 200. Then tell me, guys, this case what is output now? Guys, this case what is the output? Here I plus j, I value is like 100, j value like 200, I plus j means what? 300, and a plus b means what? This is called instance variable. Okay, this is the instance variable, instance method. I can access directly. Okay, a plus b, 30, right? Now what is output, guys? Now, guys, what is output now? 330, right? Exactly. Then to do the compilation of this code, guys, just open the command prompt. Open the command prompt. Go to local disk E. Then how to compile, guys? Java C, the application is called what? Java C, the application is called test.java. Code is compiled fine. Java, the class is called which class, guys? Here, test class. So 330. This example is very normal example, guys. So I think there is no new thing in this example, right? But here we have to observe one point. Here local variables and instance variables both are having the same names or different names. This is called instance variable and this is called local variable. Now local variables and instance variable both are having the same names or different names. Guys, please respond. Instance variables and local variables both are having the same names or different names. Here name in the sense AB, right? Here AB, here IJ. And the local variables and instance variables, local variables and instance variables are having what? Same name or different names? Are having the different names, right? Exactly. Guys, if the local variables, instance variables are having the different names, then there is no problem at all. Okay, good. But see, guys, if we take the local variables, local variables, instance variables, different names, then here AB, this is called IJ, then there is no problem. But application level, you can observe most of the cases we will take the same names. Okay, we will take the same names. Then here AB, instance also AB is there. Then I can print the AB. Then tell me, guys, now instance variables and local variables both are having the same name. Then the priority goes to which variable now? Guys, local variables, instance variables are having the same name. Then the priority goes to which variable now? Definitely the priority goes to local variable, right? Exactly. See, guys, the match between the local and non-local. Who won the match finally? The cricket ground. The match between the local and non-local. Definitely who won the match, man? Definitely local will win the match, right? Exactly. If application contains local variables and instance variable, then the priority definitely goes to local variable. Local variable means what, guys? 100 and 200, right? 100 and 200 means what? 100 plus 200, 300. 100 plus 200 300, right? Then what is the output, guys? Now now the output will be the 300, right? Exactly. So code is compiled fine. Java the class is called test class. We got the output like that 300 and what 300. Guys, are you clear now? Good. In this case, this is my local variable, no problem. This is my local variable, no problem. But I want represent this is my instance variable, guys. I want represent this is my instance variable. Generally, in general, previous classes, how can we represent instance variable? Guys, try to respond. How can we represent the instance variable? We can represent the instance variable using object, right? Guys, instance variable means how can we access generally? In general, we can access the instance variable using object, right? Exactly. In this case, we require the object means what? Can I create the object test t equal to new test? Guys, if application contains both the local and instance variable same name, then to represent the instance variable, then generally how can we represent the instance variable means using object. Guys, how can you represent the instance variable? We can represent the instance variable using object, right? Exactly. And we can access using object name, right? Exactly. T dot A, T dot B. Guys, you got the clarity, right? You got the clarity, right? Exactly. Guys, this case what's output now? A plus B means local. T dot A, T dot B means what? Which is instance, right? Guys, A plus B means local. T dot A, T dot B means what? This is called instance. This case what is output now? You will get the 300 and what? 30, right? Exactly. Now we can compile this code, guys. Code is compiled fine. Java the class is called test class. We got the output is 300 and what? 30, right? Exactly. But here on small observation, guys, you can represent the instance variable, okay, using object, no problem. But in case of object, okay, in case of object, but in case of object, guys, even you can use this keyword also. Okay, this is important point, guys. In place of object creation, sir, instead of creation of object, this is called current class object, right? Test class object, right? In place of object, guys, we can represent this keyword also, no problem. This dot A and what? This dot B. Here this is representing what? Guys, here this is representing the current class object. Guys, that point is clear. Here this keyword is representing what? Current class object, right? Yeah, guys, this line and this line both are the same. Generally, if application contains local variables and instance variable both are same name, then to represent the instance variable we require the object. But in place of object you can use this keyword also, no problem. Guys, in place of object we can use what? This keyword, right? Exactly. Then you can compile this code, guys. Code is compiled fine. Java the test class. Now see the output here. 300 and 30. Here this is called object, this is called this keyword, right? These both are same, guys. Guys, the point is clear. Good. Sir, you said like in place of object we can use this keyword. This is representing the current class object. Good. Sir, in main method also I am creating this object. In place of object, can we use this keyword or not? Can we use this keyword or not? Can we use this keyword or not means, can we use this keyword or not means, actually this is the instance variable, guys. The conclusion is what? This is the instance variable. You cannot use this keyword inside the static methods. Okay, guys, that point is clear. You cannot use this keyword inside the static methods. Guys, are you clear now? Now inside the static method, if I use this keyword, then definitely we get the error message. We compile this code. See this message, guys. Non-static variable this cannot be referenced from a static context. Okay, so this is saying like non-static variable, guys. Non-static variable this cannot be referenced from a static context, right? Guys, that point is clear. Good. That's what, guys, here you can use the object only, no problem. Guys, even if it is a static method, this is also static method, then this keyword is allowed or not allowed? Guys, this keyword is allowed or not allowed? Definitely this keyword is not allowed, right? Exactly. So see this error message, guys. Non-static variable this cannot be referenced from a static context. Non-static variable this cannot be referenced from a static context. Guys, are it clear now? Good. Then what is the conclusion, guys? This is representing the current class object where you need the current class object. See guys, application level also they are going for this keyword. Then think like, okay, maybe instead of creating current class object, he is passing this keyword. The clarity important, guys. Guys, two things are very important. Try to get the clarity about the subject and try to do the self-analysis. Self-analysis means we are discussing methods. How many videos we got total? This is 50 video. Okay, every video we are getting some knowledge or not? Yes or no? Every video got some knowledge, right? That knowledge is important, guys. Method introduction, method arguments with first application, then we discuss assignment, then we discuss method syntax and method signature, method syntax and what? Method signature. After that we discussed about this keyword, right? This video discussing about this keyword, guys. Good. If application contains both local and instance variable, same name, then to represent the instance variable we are using object, but in place of object we are using which keyword, guys? This keyword. And inside the static area this keyword is allowed or not allowed? Oh my god, guys, I'm repeating multiple times. It fine, right? Good. This example case 2, guys. In this case 2, local and instance variables are having the same names or different names? Having the same names, right? Exactly. Guys, now tell me, is that application level taking the same names are recommended or different names are recommended? Guys, application level taking same names are recommended, different names are recommended. If I said that point same names are recommended, different names are recommended, definitely same names are recommended, guys. Why means here how many variable names you have to take? Total 4 variable names, right? See guys, here just I taken A and B, I and J, but at project level we have some big names, right? But here I taken how many variable names? Just 2 variable names, right? AB, AB. Then taking the 4 variable names are recommended, taking 2 variable names are recommended. Definitely taking 2 variable names are recommended, right? Exactly, guys. Then what is the point? Tell me here is, if the application contains both, guys, note down the point is all the examples and points also. If the application contains both the local and instance, tell me guys, if application contains both local and instance variables with the same names, in this case, tell me guys, in this case to represent the instance variables, use, if application contains both local and instance variables same names, in this case to represent the instance variable, use object name, right? Use object name, guys. But in place of object, in place of what? Object, it is possible to use, tell me guys, in place of object it is possible to use, tell me in case of object, but in place of object it is possible to use which keyword here? In place of object it is possible to use which keyword, guys? This keyword, right? Exactly. Guys, are you clear now? What about this, guys, here? This keyword represents this keyword represents what? This keyword represent current class object, right? This keyword represents what? Current class object, basically. Okay, this keyword is representing what? Current class object, right? Exactly. And the third point, inside the static area, can we use this keyword? Inside the static area. Yes, inside the static area, this keyword allowed, not allowed? This keyword is what? Not allowed, right? Exactly. Yes, inside the static area, this keyword is not allowed. Inside the static area, this keyword is not allowed, right? Guys, I hope you got the clarity, right? Exactly. In this video, guys, we discussed about 2 examples. first example, different ways to pass the arguments. What the first example, guys? Different ways to pass the arguments values, right? Argument values. Different ways you can pass the argument values, guys. One is directly passing the constant values. Second is the passing the values variables. The third one is what? Taking the input and passing the values, right? Exactly. Well, second case, guys, local variables, instance variables having the different names. Guys, if it is a static variable, no problem, because we can call the static variable using class name, right? Guys, how can we call the static variable? We can call the static variable using class name, right? It's not a problem. Okay, always you can call the static variable using class name, right? Instance variable means if application contains local variable, instance variables, different names are having different names, then you can call I plus j and what? A plus b, right? I plus j and what? A plus b. Very clear now. Local variables, instance variables having the same names. If we have the same names, then to represent the instance variable we are using object. But in place of object you can go for this keyword also, right? And this is representing what? This keyword represents what? Current class object, right? Exactly. Because inside the static here, this keyword allowed or not allowed? Not allowed, right? Exactly. Guys, please do the practicals of every example and try to take the notes, guys. Please take the notes. You will get some beautiful notes. And every video I'm doing clearly. So in this video mostly we focus on method arguments. Yeah, method arguments and this keyword, right? Guys, are you clear now? If you need the PDF document, guys, material of this code, every video anyhow you are taking the class notes, you are maintaining the notes, right? Everyone, you are taking the class notes, you maintain the notes. And if you need the PDF document, guys, just you can send the request to these mail IDs. And if anyone your friends require the core Java, or you guys require the core Java online class or live classes, just you can call to this number 7330886699, and it's my personal number, guys, 9000160099. If you have any, if this number is not responding, just you can call to this number. Is that clear now? Yeah. So thank you, guys. Thanks for watching, and like the video and comment the video and subscribe to our channel to get the more videos. And please share these videos to your friends. If you are college students, my responsibility, just I'm giving these all videos to good knowledge to you guys. I'm giving some good knowledge to you guys. From your side, I'm expecting only thing is what? Just to forward these videos to your friends also. Then just share the videos, guys, to improve the publicity of Ratan IT, right? Yes or no, guys? Publicity you have to take care. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Bye.